Really, Ilham Po.
Oh no, it's not Ilham Po. Well, that's cool. No, it's Ilham. Why was I thinking Po? Right, I'm recording this already. Mulia 1. Yeah. Cool. Whatever. Hello everyone and welcome to the Brave Frontier here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts and I'm joined here by Wilfred.
Hello.
You need to have like a weird nickname like Wilfred the Lantern Poir or something like that. I don't know.
My surname is also not Po, but
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, well, everybody's surname tonight is Poir, so
Alright, so we have Eugene versus Ilham.
yeah, we're playing Frontier. For those of you who have no clue what is happening, including myself, Frontier is this weird format that allows you to play cards with the sticker on the top. Standard cards that were in standard rotation with the sticker on the front, the holographic
Yeah, so for
sticker.
those who are unaware, that's M15 onwards.
Yeah, M15, Khans, Block,
Origins.
BFZ, SOI, and now Kaladesh, and
That's
soon
correct.
to be Aether Revolt. So that's what, a total of 1, 4,
There's 4 blocks also.
8,
Best of
9,
standard.
10 blocks. 10 blocks.
Okay.
So that's like slightly more than extended, yeah.
Okay, so we see Ilham here leading off with Mulligan.
Yeah.
He keeps that. He scries a card to the bottom.
So what is Ilham playing? He's playing a Abzan. Okay, so I was watching him play yesterday night. It's some Abzan decky thing. Alright, that's cool, Mark. That's cool.
So, so Eugene goes Island Go.
What is Eugene playing? Is that Mono Blue Prison?
I don't think so. Well, Ilham plays Smuggler's Copter, so it's almost like we're playing standard again. He even led
Yeah.
off with 2 fast lands. Eugene seems to be playing some sort of control deck.
Yeah, it's a
As
black-white...
I see a dig through time in his hand.
a dig,
so-
dig to time.
Dig through time.
Dig, it's a dig through time.
Dig through, dig through.
Yeah.
Oh god, we should stop
No?
saying that. Okay, and
Yeah, I'm sure.
so Ilham has no creature to fight with the Smuggler's Copter,
No,
so
but he has...
that's gonna make him a little bit sad.
Abzan... Abzan Charm. With the Abzan Charm, he could make 2/1/1 dudes, right? Is that Abzan Charm? Or no, that's Mardu Charm.
That's Mardu Charm.
Right,
Charm is
Abzan
the one
Charm
that
puts-
exiles a creature, puts counters on your guys.
And then draw 2 cards
Yeah.
and take
Yeah,
2 damage.
so in this case, Ilham chooses to draw 2 cards. He's undid his mulligan, which is nice, but from the looks of it, he's falling way behind in tempo.
Yeah, it's not somewhere that you really want to be. He needs some lands, and Eugene here looks like he's going to. No, we're not offline. We The thing about this new dashboard, I gotta complain. So this is the second time I'm encountering this new dashboards. We're actually online,
Oh, there we are.
and then it tells you we're offline. It just frustrates me. Why? Why Twitch? Why do you have to change the dashboard like every 3 months? Just leave it one way and be fine. And now it's like, do you see? I mean, you were here before.
Yeah.
It was just like all the stream information, the chat, and then that little window that tells you
Yep.
like what's happening. But now there's all this like, whoa. Yeah.
Whoa, razzmatazz.
Razzmatazz, yeah, exactly. Too much of that floor
Alright, so
ratio.
back to the action here. Eugene had the perfect response in Void Shadow.
Yep. And gonna lead off with his first creature, his first permanent, which is
Baby Jace.
Baby Jace. It's not actually called Baby Jace. It's Jace Brains Prodigy. For those of you who did not play maybe about a year ago, this card was everywhere. It was in every deck. Used to be what, $90, $100?
Yeah. That's
And
Singapore
now
dollars, guys.
Yeah,
so
Singapore
about
dollars,
80
yeah,
US or
USD,
so.
yeah.
So Ilham comes back with a Scrap Heap Scrounger again.
Bang, gonna
Finally
swing.
gets to crew the Smuggler's Copter. Let's see if he does get to attack or not. So
So there's so many ways to get rid of it. I mean, like, and we see Eugene actually might be able to deal with it, but he chooses not to, which is kind of strange. And this is where Ilham gets a little punished. He's probably going to look for a Sunken Hollow. Oh, no,
Yeah.
okay. So he's playing a Grixis deck. So he was missing the third.
well, yeah, but I mean, if he was going to cast the Dromoka's command anyway, this is probably the time to do it. Because he doesn't want to wait for...
Oh, Clash of
Ilham.
Wills. That is weird. He has a slot. What's that? What's that one? Murderous Cut. He has Murderous
Yep.
Cut in hand, but he chooses not to use the Murderous Cut. I thought that might have been the more efficient play. Because he gets rid of the copter as well.
Yeah, but he also has a dig through time in hand. So
That's true. Then
presumably he
you
wants to
power
save the
dig through
cards
time,
in
yeah.
his graveyard for it.
But he gets to flip the Jace too, right?
Yeah, he also has a torrential Gearhawk, which means that he gets to recast his dig through time for a lot of value.
Oh man, that's
So he's perfectly poised to take advantage of Ilham's slow start here.
yeah. And choosing how to flip the Jace right now, okay.
He goes with that because I think he's still a little short on lands.
Wow, okay.
He's so short unless he just casts dig through time, but now he can cast it from his graveyard actually.
Yep, and he's got 5 mana to cast the. Oh, he's got Grasp of Darkness as well, and he has Murderous Cut, so
Yep,
kind
so-
of in control right now.
So Planeswalker Jace, a little bit awkward against vehicles, but that might not matter here actually.
Yeah, that the Smuggler's Copter is definitely going down. Well, Ilham here has another Dromoka's Command, but that's not gonna help much. Okay, so before attacks, he's going to
This might be at the end of the main phase even, but
yeah.
well, it's not clear.
Well,
but
anyway,
presumably
yeah,
combat
it's-
is not going to happen, so
Exactly.
it doesn't matter
that
anyway.
That tapping action not going to work. So second Smuggler's Copter here. And looks like Ilham's just going to have to pass the turn. He does have a Harshwing Glyph in hand. I think it would have been nice to keep up that Harshwing Glyph, but
Yeah, but if you have a copter, I guess
you want to
yeah,
just cast the Copter, right?
you want to play it so you can attack with it at some point. So Eugene's a little short on lands. Can't cast a torrential Gearhawk in his hand. Probably makes him a bit sad, but he is flush with removal, so it might not be a problem.
Wow, second Grasp of Darkness here. And yeah, that's got to be
So, I
kind
mean,
of amazing.
Ilham also has the option to use the Abzan chant in his hand to put counters on the copter, which is pretty good actually.
Yeah, I would have considered that, but
I mean, we also know that Eugene has Murderous Cut in his hand, so maybe that's what Ilham is playing around. Some sort of extra removal spell that...
no, but that
cost 3
forces
mana.
your opponent to use 2 removal spells, So
Oh, yeah,
that's
for
not,
sure.
That's
For
not
sure,
something
because that's better than what Abzan Charm usually is.
oh man, Harshwing Glyph, and that's gonna get countered. I think.
I don't think he could just respond to it with the Torrential Gearhawk,
yeah,
right?
exactly. So Torrential Gearhawk enters the battlefield.
It's not gonna counter, he's gonna cast a dig through time.
All right. Okay. So free dig through time, I
Yeah,
guess.
instead of using 1 removal, you get to look for 2 more removals.
Jeez. Well, why aren't you just happy with a giant 6/5, 5/6 on the table?
I suppose. Wow, this is like
I can't
the
choose.
the
man.
nightmares of standards past all coming together
Oh yeah.
in one format.
Oh.
I'm surprised
I
we're
think
not
they'll have
seeing
to. They'll
Collected
have
Company.
to. At the end of the day, they'll have to ban Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise as per normal, as per usual.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is not those cards by themselves, but the problem is they also exist in the same format where fetch lands are legal.
Yeah, so you get to delve a lot earlier, and just very efficient draws. The same argument was given for Modern when it was banned, and it only came out for like 1 set, and Modern players got to only play with it for 3 months.
I mean, people played Burn with Treasure Cruise, Control with Treasure Cruise,
Everything with Treasure
Storm
Cruise.
with Treasure Cruise, Pyromancer's Ascension with Treasure Cruise.
Oh my goodness, so
So someone in the chat's asking where our future pro is.
Future Pro is not in right now. He is at an appointment, so you guys have to wait until next week before Future Pro comes back. Yeah, it's Alfian. Oh, Liliana is going to take down the Harshwing Glyph, and there's no response here from Ilham.
So Ilham is finding himself not in the most enviable spot possible. I think Eugene forgot to take up his Jace. So it's
No, he did. Jace went from 5 to 6.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got
Jace
a 1
went from
power
7
guy
to 8.
facing down 10 points, 10 life worth of Planeswalkers, so that's not so great.
Yeah, and Ilham's hand is just full of it's just chock full of instants. Where are the creatures? There's only been 1 creature so far, and that's the Scrap Heap Scrounger. So this is not a terribly impressive draw.
He had a Scrounger counted, and he also has a Harshwing Glyph that's now dead.
Well, yeah, okay, so he had a Harshwing Grave. But the creatures don't seem terribly fantastic because, what we know about Abzan is that it's extremely efficient creatures.
I know, where's the
green, white.
Anafenza and where's the Siege Rhino?
Exactly, where's the Anafenza? Like, the full stop. Like, Siege Rhino is not the biggest problem. Like, that 6-point life swing, that's cool. That's cool and all. You got a 4-5 Trampler, that's cool. But you got Anafenza. Anafenza, like, stops so many things.
And now you just see like Eugene probably just going to take over this game. He even draws the Qualagan's command. So that Scrappy Scrounger is going to die in several different ways.
Oh, man. He's just going to tick up on both on the Scrap Heap Scrounger. Scrap Heap Scrounger now is 0-1. So, not a very...
Yeah, so I mean, at this point, you can't even crew a vehicle. So that's not great. We do see a response in the form of Anafenza, but it might be a little too late. And I think the matchup is generally quite bad for Ilum anyway.
Exactly. Eugene already has rebuff. Poor man's Mana League. No. Yes.
Well,
Mana League's not in the format. Also, you should not be playing rebuff. But I guess this isn't exactly Color Dash, so artifacts are not abound.
they're not nearly as prevalent. And, sometimes you just need something to do on turn 2. And I guess it's marginally better than the Clash of Wills that Eugene is also playing.
I know. I think Clash of Wills is better. Clash of Wills scales up with you as well.
Yeah, but I mean, as an early play.
Yeah, as an early play, it's fine. Clash of Wills still better.
So now we're
Where's
just
Jeffrey? I would imagine Jeffrey should be playing the what you call it?
I believe Jeffrey is at home playing Valiant Force.
Oh yeah, that is very possible. Tapping on that phone. Pew, 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 pew. I'm curious here why Eugene didn't counter the Anafenza. I know he can get rid of it. It's just that it feels.
It seems like a better use of his mana, right?
Yeah, exactly. You had 3 mana open at the end of the turn.
Well, that's why.
Okay.
Because he could get both creatures anyway, so no point really. I mean, he's just really gonna take over the game now. At some point, Liliana's gonna ultimate, and from there's usually no turning back, is there?
Well, there's always cases. You're not as degen as others. Well, never mind. We won't say. It's okay. Jeffrey, you cool. You never run out of energy.
Oh, that's Jeffrey. Oh
yeah,
my
that's
god,
Jeffrey.
it's true for
dare.
dare.
Yeah, true for dare. Come on. Hey, you clearly you're out there playing. You're not in here in the streaming booth, talking about the cards that actually matter. It's kind of weird to see all the cards coming together, all the best cards. There is no ban list, by the way, so everybody is just playing. You'd splash blue just for the treasure cruise. You'd splash actually no, you only splash blue just for the treasure cruise.
Yeah, I mean, so
and the Jace.
Unfortunately, Ilum is not playing blue, so he kind of showed up, with
I kind of
a knife to a gunfight.
Oh man.
I mean, the thing is that Abzan's supposed to be slow, grindy deck. Never runs out of steam, but it's not looking great for Ilum right now.
Yeah. Well, you can exile any creature. It doesn't really matter because I don't think there's any way of bringing them back.
Well, he might be playing his own Lilianas, for example.
Okay, that's true. But if that's the case, I don't think you want to keep Harshwing Griff, right?
Well, I mean, he's seen a Torrential Gearhawk. And in any event, I don't think the Anafenza is hugely relevant as far as graveyard hate goes.
Okay. So he's going to counter that. Eugene, going to make some use of his mana, going to counter that. So that is an indication to Ilham that there is no Torrential Gearhawk. So you can go ahead and probably just try to cast stuff. I'm going to go for the Jace here before it ultimates. But that's not gonna.
Yeah, I mean, so the problem is that both Planeswalkers are pretty close to ultimating.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's caught in a pretty tight spot right now. I'm not sure if he has the cards to get back into this.
I'm not quite sure what the decision tree is here for Eugene. I think you just counter that. Either counter that or destroy the Scrap Heap Scrounger, playing around.
What, we see a morph? Oh, it's a Murderous Cut.
Okay, so Murderous Cut.
Now I'm disappointed. We did not get to see a morph.
Hey, All right, and Ilham just sees the writing on the walls. Just a little too slow. I don't. Okay, so the reason why we don't use vehicles in modern is because vehicles needs another creature. And when you have another creature and you're playing Abzan, your creatures kind of rock.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like 2 mana. Look at it. Grim Flayers for 2 mana, you get a 4/4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible that you can get a 4/4. What other cards do you have? You have Raksasha Death Dealer.
Is that in the
That's
format?
a 2/2. Yeah, that's in the format.
Sweet.
It's 2/2, regenerates, and can grow bigger.
It
only
is
one
very
time.
mana intensive.
It is very
It's-
mana intensive, yeah, but I mean, like, your creatures in general are awesome. You have Warden of the first tree.
Yeah.
Is it Warden of first skill?
The
Warden
one,
of
the
first
one
tree.
mana one?
Yeah, the 1
Yeah,
mana
yeah,
one.
the Warden
And
of
that grows, like, that grows huge, man. Turn 2, you get a 3/3.
Yeah, I mean, so if anything, if
You
anything,
don't really need the copter, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna play enough for anything, it's for trying new cards, right?
Yeah, I
You know,
guess so.
You know,
So
I mean, the thing is that all your creatures are better than the copter anyway. So
I guess the only thing that's relevant and the only thing that's cool about vehicles in this format is that it will survive board wipes.
yep.
In this format, like, you do have, you don't have any 4 mana board wipes besides Languish. Do you have any 4? No, you don't, right?
no,
M15.
you don't.
M15 is the first time. I think M15 was the first time Watsy actually said we are not going to reprint. We're not going to print any more 4 mana
Like
board
unconditional board wipes.
wipes. Yeah,
right?
unconditional board wipes. Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, we've seen like
I think the last one
Fumigate
was-
and hostilities.
Last one was Supreme Verdict, and that was it. And I was like, yep, too good. These kind of effects too good. So yeah, the vehicles do kind of navigate that space. And I think if you're not playing artifact removal, then vehicles can be kind of annoying, especially if you're playing something like Scrap Heap Scrounger, which keeps coming back, even if you wipe the
So I
board.
mean, Scrap Scrounger is kind of like a flash creature, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you can just bring it back anytime you want. No hit to go against DTT and Treasure Cruise. I don't know. Is there?
I mean, that is
There's
correct.
there's no real graveyard hit, right?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Theros is not in this format, so you couldn't even play Rest in Peace if you wanted to.
You have Tormod Script.
Sigh.
What? It's an option, man. Dude. It's not. It's
Yeah.
something that you gotta have.
Yeah, so I mean, there's not a
Right.
deck that play. The problem is that Eugene's not playing a deck that plays exclusively from the graveyard. It just
That's true.
happens to play certain cards from the graveyard. And Thomas Script is not great. You know, you can try and sack it, and then he responds with a torrential Gearhulk. And if he holds priority, he can delve without you doing anything. So
Well, you can hold it up. Well, you don't hold it up, but you cast it and then just basically make your opponent play a bit off axis.
oh
So
yeah,
it's not on his game plan, it's not on his real game plan.
oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, do you think that signing a card like this is bad in a deck like Abzan, where sort of every card counts?
Which is why I don't like the copter.
Well, I mean,
I don't know, there's way too many. Okay, so if you look at it, like, there's Dromoka's Command and there's Abzan Charm. I think there's way too much removal, way too much, of all these, like, instant speed shenanigans that I think Ilham pre-board could have done without.
Yep.
Even pre-board could have done without. And now post-board is definitely going to go out. Well, the only thing it stops is probably Radiant Flames, right?
Okay, so do you think it's just better off like playing a bigger vehicles than Smuggler's Copter?
No, I don't think so. Smuggler's Copter is so good, so efficient, so
I mean, the looting does matter as well.
the what?
The loot effect of
Yeah,
the copter
exactly.
does
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
as well.
So 3/3, it's got evasion, doesn't need a lot to crew. So yeah. Well, if anything, it still dies to Grasp of Darkness, right?
Mhm.
Even if you use, like, let's say Fleetwheel Cruiser or Cultivator's Caravan doesn't die to
Yeah, but I mean, Corvus
that kind of
Caravan would be a
removal.
different deck. I do wonder how a Metalworks Colossus deck would do in this
that would be
format,
so
though.
fun. But what other artifacts are out there, man?
No idea.
There's the
man.
1 mana. Okay, so you got, like, Prism Ring, which doesn't gain you any life because you're not playing any colored spells.
I
You've
mean,
got
I'm sure there's something.
right. Prism Ring. Can I name colorless, please? Please, pretty please. But you do have no. It could be a red. It could be a green deck.
Yeah,
It could
for
be a
sure.
green deck. You go turn 1, Elvish Mystic
Average mistake into Cultivator's
into Cultivator's Caravan. Will you be able to cast and then Hedron Archive?
Yeah, something like
So
that.
that's 7, 8, 9.
Okay, so Ilm has a pretty good start here. He goes Elvish Mystic into Tapland and Smuggler's Copter.
Nice. Good. Good.
So depending on what land Eugene searches up, he searches for a swamp. So if if he has another black source, that means that Grasp of Darkness is coming.
Yeah.
Oh, but he leaves with Island instead, so
Alright.
he might be in the clear for removal here.
Cool.
So Eugene draws a Languish. Goes with another Bloodstained Mire.
Yeah, unfortunately, he can't.
Doesn't actually have any response. He's probably just going to cast a Baby Jace here.
Yeah, and let's see if Ilham actually kept in some
Dromoka's
command. I don't think you would. I don't think it's necessary. Baby Jace is probably one of the the least of your concerns.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Ilham has a couple too many lands in his hand right now. So that's not so hot. So you see Eugene here searching Island and Mountain.
Does he have the Black Source? Yeah, he has a Black Source in hand. He has the Sunken Hollow, but Sunken Hollow kind of...
But, I mean,
he needs a second Black Source, so Grasp of Darkness comes online. But he does have Baby Jace, and hopefully Baby Jace survives. But if it doesn't, then he'll be in trouble.
I think Baby Jace will survive. I mean, because Ilham's optimal play is just an Enoffenza, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Enoffenza crew and, maybe attack with one or both.
Well, you could duress. Okay, so you can...
Yep, so he does have the Enoffenza in hand. So not sure what else he's going to do with his mana here.
You could Grimflayer duress.
He has 4 mana, so he could Enoffenza duress if...
No, he doesn't have the right color. Yeah, he needs another white.
Just two green sources.
He's got 4 green sources right now. So he's going to swing in and get a draw and discard first. Draw. And see, this is where, you should discard. You should look at the, if you're given the opportunity to draw first so that it maps out your turn.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, just unfortunate that he drew the other Botanical Sanctum. So he's going for the Grimflayer plan. He's going to now try to strip something from his opponent's hand, and it's probably going to be the Languish.
Well, it might not be, because Eugene is short on land, and if he draw anything that isn't a black source, his Languish is dead in his hand, and so is the Grasp. So
but he's got the Jays. He's got 2 draws at least.
Yep. So it takes the Kolaghan's command here, which I agree with.
Yeah. Okay. He can kill multiple things with that, and finishes off with a Grimflayer.
Yeah, so Kolaghan's command, the reason that Eugene searched for the mountain. So now we know that.
Yeah.
So now Eugene has 1 unknown card and no action that Ilham can see.
He can't even cast the Dig Through Time yet, right? Oh, it's a land?
But we see that Ilham drew a Flooded Strand, which means that he is going to get that black source next turn.
Maybe he has a blue. Maybe he has blue in his deck.
Blue?
It's a Flooded Strand, right? He drew.
Yeah. So I'm just going to search for a Sunken Hollow.
No, you mean Eugene had a Flooded Strand. Yeah, you say Ilham. I was like, Ilham had a Flooded Strand. Whoa. Maybe he does have blue. Alright, so Enoffenza is going to hit the battlefield. Enoffenza is going to crew that. Copter up. Swing in. He obviously cannot discard, draw and discard too many things.
So this might just be Ilham looking for, a little extra to Delirium with. He already has the Abzan Charm in him, so...
Yeah, he can drop the Elvish Mystic here.
Yep. So, unbeknownst to him, he is going to eat the Languish next turn.
Yeah. So that's why I thought taking the Languish was slightly better, but even the Kolaghan's command, that's a 2-for-1,
Yeah. So I mean, it's looking really bad because Eugene drew that particular fetch land, which means that his Jace gets to flip and then he gets to cast the Languish.
Oh yeah. Alright, so Eugene goes to loot.
Presumably looking for some action. Discards a Dig Through Time.
Wow. Okay. I don't know. I would keep the Dig Through Time because you can get double value off of that, and you're able to. The thing is, you're able to cast it. So.
Yep. So this is gonna leave Ilham pretty behind right now.
Yep, and the board is gonna get wiped by everything except for the Copter. Copter stays.
Except for the Copter. So unfortunately, Ilham discarded a Abzan Charm. discarded Elvish Mistake and kept an Abzan Charm in his hand. So there's no guarantee that he's going to get to crew the Copter next turn.
Well, Abzan Charm, it's not really a redraw, but you do get draw and discard a land. Jace, baby Jace flips into big Jace, and yeah, Ilham just loses his entire board. So, wow, very quickly the tables have turned, and I think that's one of the downsides of playing Abzan is that, well, you got to go quick and you got to get some of your hand disruption spells up and running, like Duress.
I mean, it's not like Ila made any like grievous mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, you know, the way it has.
I mean, the way his hand played out, this is just what happened. I think he has to Abzan Charm now and hopefully look for something to crew the Copter with.
Mm-hmm.
So the best draw is something like, you know, Untap Land and Grimflayer.
Wow, very optimistic there.
You know, or basically a 2-drop or something he can cast.
Okay, so Duress here,
Instead,
gonna take a
not
look at the
horrible,
rest of the hand.
Gets a Grasp of Darkness.
That's not bad.
It's not the worst. Fortunately, this turn, Eugene is probably going to flashback the Dictionary time.
Oh man, that feels.
If I know anything about Singaporean players,
You want the Vels, man, the Vels.
Yeah, they like drawing cards. They like feeling superior. So
No, he doesn't flash it back, man.
Oh,
Just
no?
plus.
I guess he's worried about flashing it back and losing his Jace to a creature.
Does he go down to 3? Yeah, it goes down to 3. So, well, that is.
I would still probably do it and look for a removal spell.
You would?
I'm greedy.
Okay.
Or maybe he just has the counter spell in hand, so he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Void Shatter.
Void
Yeah.
Shatter. Wow. Top deck. Well, both players top decking what they sort of needed for.
Yeah, I mean, one player
right
top
now.
decks has a Planeswalker in play, so the top deck's slightly better.
Yeah.
And we see a second Copter here. I'm not sure about Copter in Abzan decks in general.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure about Copters in
Because
most decks.
Because from what we've
actually.
seen, that Ilum already has Duress and Abzan Charm in his deck, so I'm not sure how many creatures he actually has.
Yeah, you can crew your Copter. I mean, like, you do have your Elvish Mystic, and that's nice, but, you know, Copter on its own doesn't really do anything. You need a second card with it, and unfortunately, Ilham doesn't have that second card. It would have been nice if he had, you know, Scrap Heap Scrounger that he can just keep bringing back. Then we'll start crewing the Copter. But Eugene
Eugene
just
Scrounger also also sort of raises the same questions that it does to Smuggler's Copter, which is how many other creatures do you have in your deck for this to be good?
You'd have to be. I mean, like, if we take a look at like Abzan decks of old, it was like a few Abzan charms, a few Dromoka's commands, and the rest of it is all creatures.
Okay, so
And then your sideboard is like just other removal that replaces Abzan charm and Dromoka's command.
that's correct. So how different do you think this game would be if Ilum had taken the Languish instead of the Qualigan's command?
Well, I won't say it'd be that much different because you would have lost one of your Copters and you would have lost your Elvish Mystic, but you'd still have your Anafenza and you'd still have...
you have one of either your Anafenza or your Grimflayer, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you'd have... you probably lose your Grimflayer. So Grimflayer and the Copter goes down, but you still have Anafenza and your Elvish Mystic.
Yeah.
And that beats in, you know, that's the thing. Like when Anafenza attacks, then your Elvish Mystic becomes big.
Yeah.
So it gets bigger. So that's 6 points of damage, and then followed by 7 points of damage. That's 13. That would have ended the game by now.
Yeah.
That's
correct. Well, unfortunately, this is where we are.
Yeah, you know, you'd have to you have to
this
feign.
is mostly hindsight, you know.
Yeah, but you kind of have to feign that your opponent doesn't draw a land, which is, you know,
I mean, not just any land, but Eugene drew the
an
perfect
untapped land, yeah.
the perfect land because it was a fetch land which put the 4th card into his graveyard for the Jace to flip. So he didn't
Correct.
lose his guy to Languish even.
Well, it didn't really matter. Like, he could have lost his Jace. No, he activated his Jace end step to put the 4th card. He could have activated his Jace at that turn, and that will put the 5th card.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
Yep. So Eugene's going for a Qualigan's command, gonna knock down a Copter and
And
presumably
discard card. Wow, that's a Siege Rhino. Why didn't Ilham cast the Siege Rhino though?
I don't know, it just looks like he did nothing with his turn, and
Yeah.
you notice that Ilm's not playing any man lands either. So that makes me a little bit sad.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's too well. Abzan, you can play the aggro version, and you can play the mid range version. Mid range version, of course, runs the Shambling Vents as well as the Hissing Quagmires.
Well, I mean,
It's a bit slower though, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, just the man line would be fine because he's playing all these copters anyway, so he needs to sort of
Survive,
Yeah, it's possibly better than Sandstep Citadel because it doesn't seem like he needs the white mana that much. So I
Well,
do
the white
question
mana is only for what?
Abzan Charm
and the Abzan Charm,
and
right?
Siege Rhino. I mean, I do question whether Abzan Charm should still be in this deck on the play.
Yeah, it does have. Okay, so it gets rid of the.
I mean, it kills the Gearhawk. It saves your guys from languish.
Yeah, but turn 3, you kind of just want to slam the Anafenza, right? Sweet 3-drop, with all upsides and like superpowers. So, Ilham just made, I think maybe poor choices during the
Deck
sideboarding.
building. Oh, okay.
Deck building, I don't like the copters. Maybe like one or two. One or two copters are fine. Because you kind of need creatures too. And just way too many Jamoka's commands and stuff.
Because it's an artifact creature, it's also pretty good in getting delirium.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, that's not
It's
the
not
worst.
it's not an artifact creature.
I don't hate the Scrappy Scroungers for that reason as well.
Yeah, Scrappy Scroungers are fine. I think, just something recursive, especially if your opponents are playing control. And I think in this format, like a hell lot of players are playing control.
Yeah.
So
right here we do see one of the drawbacks of Smuggler's Copters in that if it was just another creature, you'd be attacking with two creatures instead of crewing one and getting the other one removed.
Yeah. I'm curious why Eugene didn't play the what's that? The Torrential Gearhawk just now.
Oh well, probably doesn't have much he wants to flash back.
Well, no, he had the Grass of Darkness in the graveyard. He could have ended out the game right here. So, well, he does stop Ilham from casting a Abzan Charm. So,
that is correct.
Yes, Dave. Okay, so this is
Scrappy Scrounger. Unfortunately, cannot block, so he goes on the attack. Eugene just takes it, with knowledge that he could beat any follow-up possible. Just goes for an S-step Torrential Gearhawk, going for.
So even if you got Abzan Charm, like that's not gonna work, and that ends the game. So Eugene takes it 2-0.
Very convincing fashion as well.
Yeah, exactly. He was in control of the match. The entire match. Like, game 1, I think Ilham was just drawing really poorly. He had, like, Mono Abzan Charm and
Dramoka's Command.
Which, doesn't do much against this deck, especially if your opponent has no creatures. And even when he did try to do something, like, to try to get rid of the Jace, it was met with a, Grass of Darkness or something like that? Yeah.
So we look at the sideboarding decisions here. Ilham seems to have boarded in Siege Rhinos, which is really curious.
Why aren't the Siege Rhinos there to begin with,
I see there's 3 and 1 more in the board, but why would you start with any less than 4?
Yeah, I know, right?
So it boards in your Duress. Unfortunately, there's also a Sky Sovereign somewhere in there. I don't really get that.
I like the inclusion of Blossoming Defense. I think if you're playing a green deck that has creatures, I think Blossoming Defense is going to be something that's going to be very, very important in the meta game.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, we're going to go off. Thanks for joining us, but we're coming back with round 2. So no, we're not going off forever. We're just coming back with round 2 in maybe like 20 minutes time, so don't go away. But before we go, I just want to remind you that you can join us every Tuesday and Wednesday nights. Tuesday nights, we do Standard, and Wednesday nights, we used to do Modern. We actually still have players playing Modern in the store, but we're trying to feature Frontier. And that's what we're doing right here. And Frontier is this new crazy fandangled format. I don't know if it's gonna be here to stay. No,
but if you do want to see some Modern, please log on to the chat and please let us know.
Yeah,
we'll do our best to get that fixed.
And we do both side by side. I don't know. I don't want to talk about Modern anymore. I'm sick of Modern.
Alright, I like Modern.
Modern is dead. And that's one of our episodes on Power 9 Podcast. Okay, so if you miss all of this, it's okay. Make sure you go down to youtube.com/Grey Ogre Games, catch all the replays. Do support us by going down to the Power 9 Podcast, power9podcast.com, and go listen to the guys who put up the show every week. We enjoy doing it. And the other thing that I've been told to say, I guess, is the Potato MTG. Is it Potato MTG or MTG Potato? I don't know. It's one of them. Let me go and see. Let me check it out. Potato MTG is on eBay, and this is our storefront. You can buy some of the playmats and some of the tokens, and that will help support the show. All the proceeds will go back into making this show great again.
Again?
It was never great to start off with. They're making this show great, full stop. No, again, yeah. And all the links are in the description below. But do listen to Power 9 Podcast. It's all free, man. All this shit is free. Yeah. Anyway, we're going for a short break. We'll be right back, so don't go away. See you guys.